Russian forces launched 𝐑𝐮𝐬𝐬𝐢𝐚 drone strikes on targets in the Poltava region. The target of the attack was the 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐚𝐢𝐳 oil refinery, which supplied fuel to the Ukrainian forces. Another target hit by Russian strikes was the Mirhorod airfield, from which Storm Shadow cruise missile-carrying aircraft took off. The attack damaged a Ukrainian Su-27 fighter that was under repair. The AFU, in turn, attempted another attack on the Rostov region. Several aerial targets were shot down in the skies over Azov, Chaltyr, and Bataisk, with no reported damage. The enemy also launched Storm Shadow missiles at the Crimean Peninsula. While some missiles were intercepted by air defense, 3 struck a target in Strelkovo. There were no casualties reported. The AFU later attempted to launch Neptune missiles at Sevastopol. However, all missiles were intercepted by naval aviation fighters about 50 kilometers northwest of the city. Ukrainian forces continued shelling the border town of Shebekino in the Belgorod region. The attack hit the industrial facility of Biohimtex, causing damage to buildings and vehicles and injuring 1 person. Russian units managed to advance south of Pervomaiske on the Kupiansk sector, clearing significant positions. In light of their ongoing success and mounting pressure, the enemy announced the compulsory evacuation of residents in 10 settlements. The AFU launched attacks with cluster munitions on Donetsk. The attack resulted in 2 casualties and 15 injuries, including journalists and civil defense personnel. Russian fighters conducted successful attacks along the railway line northwest of Krasnohorivka, on the northern flank of the Avdiivka fortified area. As a result of the offensive, they managed to secure positions near the railway and expand their control zone. South of the Russian units, the enemy is squeezing Ukrainian forces in the vicinity of Tsarska Ohota. They successfully encircled the territory of the former anti-aircraft section and advanced towards the north. Russian troops counterattacked west of Staromayorska and ousted the enemy from previously held positions. The cleft formed after a recent Ukrainian offensive has been eliminated. Ukrainian forces launched drone strikes on Enerhodar in the Zaporizhia region. The attack damaged administrative buildings, a residential house, and a hotel building. Following unsuccessful attacks on the Orikhiv sector, the AFU are regrouping on the line of Kopani, Robotyne, Verbov. Russian forces are regularly firing upon incoming enemy reserves. In the Kherson direction, the enemy continues to hold a foothold on the island part of the Dnipro River. Clashes are ongoing in Krinky, where Russian forces are exerting pressure on Ukrainian forces, although the village remains uncleared.